Eternal Code is a movie.
Dinosaurs.
Dinosaurs.
I'm sorry, you're wasting your time.
This movie was not good. We start off... What did we start off with? There's a homeless man about to kill himself. And there's a woman about to be attacked. He saves the woman. The guy who's about to kill himself. And then it shows his suicide note. I think that was supposed to be his backstory, but it's all written like by a third grader, so you can't really read it.
He's like this army veteran soldier. They really hammer that in the whole movie.
After he saves this girl, the girl follows him around. So he's really fucking greasy, like really excessively greasy. And he sits in a park on a bench, and this girl that he saved, turns out she's a hooker.
Listen to little Miss Positivity over here. He was fine, though.
He was.
He was fine.
Oh.
And she walks the park, and she brings him some coffee. Meanwhile, there's an executive business meeting going on.
And it's being led by the person that we chose for the movie, which is Richard Tyson.
Oh, Daddy.
He has a horrible alcohol problem.
Do you think there is a way to control this?
And he's just leading the meeting. They're trying to get this executive woman to vote on something, and it's just very ambiguous.
So ensuring that the guns stay out of the hands of the bad man should be of highest priority, should it not?
Mel Novak, who's the doctor from Robo-Woman, is also in there.
Then Richard Tyson is talking to another guy.
And he's talking to her because Blonde Woman does not want to vote on this thing.
Richard Tyson wants to sell something to people, and she does not want to sell something to people. So he wants to kidnap her.
Target is Bridget. She's to be taken alive.
The CEO woman has a daughter, and she sees like the homeless guy and gives him money, and he goes and buys burritos for all of his friends.
She's like, oh, he's gonna go buy drugs.
You know, they're probably just gonna buy booze or drugs with that later. I don't really think about that part.
The prostitute he saved is just all on top of him. She's like, I'm like, if you want to be my friend, then you have to talk to me.
Well, if you want to be friends, you need to talk a little bit.
Why she's the one who's forcing herself on him, so why is she like, you need to talk to me to be my friend? Like you're intruding on his life.
I'm replaceable.
After that, Richard Tyson hires some very incompetent hitmen.
Yeah, we got the packages.
So this girl's home, and like these guys just kind of come in and just like abduct the parents. Her first instinct is she runs all the way to the park and goes and finds this homeless man.
Guards!
Hey, what happened?
Guards! Our men came to my house.
Hey, slow down. I can't understand you.
Yeah. So
our homeless veteran is just like, yes, I will help you find your parents. That's when he goes to wherever the business is
and talks to guy who knows main corporate lady. He says, give me $100,000.
How much was she gonna give? $100,000.
He starts asking him some pretty simple questions like, hey, what's your name?
I don't know what you're up to or who you really are, but maybe security can help me get some clarity on that.
Slaps the phone, turns around, and books it.
Oh, yeah.
And doesn't explain anything. And then he runs back to the prostitute, and he's just like, I ran into the building, and they're like, that's great.
The parents get kidnapped, and they get put in this warehouse, and there's 3 captors.
Main hitman guy, Spanish-speaking guy, and very angry woman.
Hey! Hey! Hey!
Hopefully I cleared it up. Don't f*** with me.
Main henchman goes with Richard Tyson, and they interrogate the guy who's friends with the blonde-headed CEO.
I hope I'm not interrupting. No, I was about to have a nightcap. I hope I'm not interrupting.
Spanish-speaking guy goes and kidnaps the girl's friends from the beginning who thought the homeless guy was going to buy drugs.
You're looking for Miranda.
No. I was.
And the woman stays with the CEO woman, her husband, but then they escape and kill her.
What is it?
Yep.
Whoa. While all that's going on, Richard Tyson and the main henchman guy are going to each CEO and threatening them to vote on this thing that they want to sell, which is morally wrong.
I will vote yes.
You're going to vote yes.
Of course.
That's good.
He goes and interrogates the guy from RoboWoman.
Damn it, Oliver, you scared me.
These are scary times.
What are you doing here? What the hell?
And the guy from RoboWoman says no.
You will not get a unanimous vote, Oliver.
So Richard Tyson just goes, bop.
I was here when William started his company. And I know.
You him.
Yeah, but Jesus Christ, there are cameras everywhere.
Oh, yeah, they are.
And he just leaves him dead in the stairway.
The corporate lady and her husband escape, but as they escape, the Spanish-speaking guy drives back to the warehouse where they're staying with the friend. Spanish-speaking henchman goes, I'm a police officer.
Detective Sharp with the police department, we got a call. If you don't drop that weapon, I will kill you. Show me your badge. Right there, see? See that? I don't believe you!
And she goes, oh, I need your help. And he just takes his gun and shoots the husband. He grabs a corporate lady, throws her in the back, and drives away. And while that's happening, the daughter and the veteran's hooker friend are like, oh, we're going to try to get the mom back ourselves.
Oh, yeah.
Venga. Ándale. Come.
I forgot about the hooker scene.
Oh my God! You listen to me. This is not your fault.
The veteran follows the main henchman to a pizza place, and while the main henchman is getting a pizza, the main guy kidnaps him at gunpoint.
No sudden moves, or I empty this gun in your back.
He holds him captive and brings him to like a warehouse basement and just interrogates him. He's really tough.
This thing is way bigger than either you or I.
I don't worry about the odds too much. That makes me dangerous. And the fact that I'm trained and skilled beyond any of you boys is another advantage.
He calls the Spanish-speaking guy and is like, I have your guy. I'll give you your guy if you give me the friend and the CEO. And the guy's like, nah, I'm only giving you the friend because this woman's worth millions.
Listen, pendejo. You can have the girl, but I'm keeping the lady. She's worth $400 million.
Okay, deal.
Deal. Like, no negotiating. He's like, deal, I'll take the friend. So they do like this little switch. They go to like an alley and they hold guns at each other. And then that's the scene. And there's no progress. They're just still in this stalemate because they still have the CEO woman.
Now, at this point, has Richard Tyson harassed his coworker?
We're making a
show the way.
Show the way.
You know what? let's move on.
It's still going.
I'm sorry, this is a lot for us and you, but we're missing some bits, okay? So, at this point, it's been established that what company does is successfully transplant heads.
Okay, we're the lead research company in the transplanting of human heads.
But then the thing is, it's not a head transplant at all.
Essentially downloading the brain and then planting that in another host brain.
It's just like weird. It's just weird. Makes no sense.
Richard Tyson is now like in a coma. They're doing this process with him and transferring his conscious to a new body. They have him like on a bed. They put ice on him. They put him in a body bag. And his coworker, who is his lover, who he gropes, is there. And she's just like, Dr. Magnus, how is it going? And he goes, it's going very well. And she goes, excellent. And just pulls out a gun and shoots him.
Hopefully that won't happen to anyone else.
That makes this a little bit easier.
He was the only character in the plot who had a relatable and clear motivation, and he gets capped.
Go see your wife, Magnus. She's waiting for you.
Go join your dead wife who died of cancer because I'm done with you. The main guy goes exploring in the storage unit, and there's like a guy there, and the guy, of course, is like, what are you doing here? And the guy's like, detectiving. And then it's like the hardest cut into a completely different environment. Like a hospital.
Yeah.
In this storage unit.
What's going on?
Whoa.
What are you doing here?
I'd like to ask you the same thing.
I have permission and clearance to be here.
Nope.
Oh my.
No. It goes from like you can see the inside of the storage unit the guy is in, and then cuts to like inside a hospital immediately.
So then main guy comes back to like all the ladies at the house, and he's like, I know what's going on. The main henchman and the Spanish-speaking henchman have a great idea. They're going to capture the friend of the CEO from earlier and hold both of them hostage. And they tell that to the main guy. They tell him to get $2 million in like a day. And he's like, how am I supposed to do that?
I want $2 million today, and you can have them both.
Where the hell am I going to get that kind of money?
Main guy goes and meets them. And he's like, I have the $2 million. Give me the CEO woman and her friend. What happens is he sets up this like elaborate trap.
Yeah, just breaks his neck.
Breaks his neck, and that's it. And then
he just shoots the other guy.
Yeah, the bearded guy
kills
like,
him. I mean, there's really nothing to it.
Yeah. And then they all reunite, and they're like, yay, your dad's dead. And then the movie ends with the CEO woman is back doing her CEO stuff, and a guy with really bad hairline and a woman walk in. She's like, oh, hi, guy I know, which makes no sense because whatever.
I'd like you to meet Joanna.
Some nonsense happens, and you find out that the guy who walked in is Richard Tyson, who got transferred into this new body, and his lover, who he groped, who also got transferred into a new body, and that's how it ends. That's how it ends.
It's your time. 3, 2, 1. C. It was bad, but it had things that happened, and it had a production crew.
The movie
This one was boring.
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 B-O-R-I-N-G. Boring. There was so much downtime, so much exposition and talking. The only thing that might make it any redeemable is Richard Tyson's performance. But the thing is, they needed to carry that ridiculous performance, and they just let it drop. And the second that he dropped from the movie, it became boring.
And it was so long.
That's the other thing, too. It was long.
So long.
I think this movie deserves a solid D. Richard, We're going to hope better from you next time.
I expect better from you, Richard.